In a world of wrestling, WSN looks to bring you the greatest of wrestling entertainment.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hi, hello. How are you from wherever you're watching from? I am Mike V with the Wrestling Society Network, and this is the Wrestling Society News. Make sure that you are subscribed to all of WSN's social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, head on over if you have Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV to download the WSN app today. Presented right behind me, very nice. Hopefully it doesn't go out. If not, you'll see a lovely Roku background. Anyway, you can download that for absolutely free and are able to watch so much professional wrestling content on that app. Did I mention it's for free? Well, this is the Wrestling Society News, and we have some things to cover. So let's get going. Without further ado, let's get to the news. Big news coming out of Friday Night SmackDown. Alexa Bliss returns. Alexa Bliss made her long-awaited WWE re-debut, I guess, after she was back from the Royal Rumble and then also on a couple episodes there on May 9th of the Go Home show for Backlash. She was the surprise partner for Zelina Vega to come out. As of right now, there's no word yet on what WWE is planning to do with her. There's been speculation around the wrestling community that she would be involved with the Wyatt Six once they return, possibly as the new Wyatt Six leader, based on her previous relationship with the late, great Bray Wyatt himself. So no idea what WWE is going to be planning with Alexa Bliss. Even when she was coming back from that big return from the Royal Rumble, we didn't know if she was even signed with WWE at the time. So to see her back here, great to always see Alexa back. So happy for that. But we'll have to see what WWE plans to do with her. Moving on to another women's superstar. There's an injury update on Bianca Belair after WrestleMania 41. Bianca Belair has been out of action since WrestleMania 41. During her triple threat match against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, she had broken her finger. That has been confirmed. According to the latest Instagram story of Belair, she is still recovering from that broken finger. She posted a photo of her in a finger splint on a boat, so she's having fun, so that's good. But no word yet on how long that injury is going to take to heal for Bianca. We wish her a speedy recovery, though, and cannot wait to see her back in the ring. Out of Tennessee, there is a new wrestling promotion set to launch next month on June 1st. This new wrestling promotion is called Pro Wrestling Symphony. It's an event scheduled for Sunday, June 1st at the Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee, and will feature a headline match between up-and-coming rising indie star Colby Carter versus former WWE superstar Dijak. Dijak has been doing the rounds on the independents. Look like he's coming to this new wrestling promotion based out of Tennessee. Obviously, with the rich music blood that Tennessee has there in Nashville, I wouldn't expect any other name than to be called Pro Wrestling Symphony. More details if you go ahead and Google Pro Wrestling Symphony on their event on June 1st. Please go check them out. Always love to see new indie promotions popping up. And with a name like Dijak, you got to think it's going to be a pretty good event. And Colby Carter, amazing rising indie star. So pretty cool to see him headlining this new wrestling promotion there. Make sure to check them out, Pro Wrestling Symphony. Heading over to New Japan / AEW news, Tetsuya Naito on if he has talked with AEW or been in talks with AEW since leaving New Japan. So if you haven't heard, Tetsuya Naito's contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling expired at the end of January of this year. It was on April 16th of 2025 that New Japan announced that Naito and tag partner Bushi would be departing the promotion on May 4th after they had filled their obligations. And they have. It is now past May 4th. So apparently Tetsuya is kind of venturing out. There's been talks of, is he retiring? There's been talks of, is he going to sign with AEW? Well, we have more on if Naito is going to sign with AEW. He recently sat down for an interview and was asked about being in contact with AEW. This is Naito on if he has been in contact with AEW. He states, Kenny, Matt, Nick, unfortunately, I don't have their contact information, and I never contacted them myself. I haven't been in touch with anyone in AEW at all, unfortunately. Aren't they surprised at the news of Naito becoming a freelancer? He goes on to say a little bit more. Naito always a character, always has been a character. There has been some concerns about Naito's health in the past couple of years, how much he has left in the tank. And in that interview, that specific interview that he did there where he had mentioned this, it was stated that he is just going to go with the wind and see how much longer his body allows him to do this. He loves doing this. So I would not be surprised if we seen a couple dates come up in AEW for Naito, just like Kota Ibushi has done with the Blood and Guts match. Could be surprise tag team partner. Maybe Kenny recruits him in for this possible rivalry going into All In with Kazuchika Okada. Who knows? We'll see. But very excited for Naito on this. Obviously, he's a staple of New Japan, so it'd be kind of sad to see him leave the promotion forever. But we will keep you more informed with any news that comes up of that. Kind of into our last wrestling, I'll say superstar story here right now. Goldberg is back in the news, and we have some updates on Goldberg's WWE retirement match. So talks of WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg have finally been resurfacing over the past month here, and in a big way. According to a new report from WrestleVotes on May 8th, Goldberg's name has been reintroduced internally to WWE discussions for the first time in months, signaling that a return could be imminent. Last time we saw Goldberg was at Bad Blood on October 5th of 2024, last year in his hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, which seemingly saw him and Gunther possibly setting up a match. We know that Gunther and Pat McAfee will be facing each other shortly, so maybe this is a way to reintroduce Goldberg into that and set up that retirement match. Look, we have had this roller coaster of a relationship with Goldberg ever since he returned, and when he returned in 2016, I'm not going to lie, it was awesome seeing him squash Brock like that. But then we got into a bunch of shenanigans with him winning the Universal title twice, once from Kevin Owens and once from The Fiend. Two decisions I do not think needed to happen. One that cost Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho a WrestleMania match, which you could almost kind of state that this was the catalyst for AEW being started because it pushed Jericho out of the company. But I feel like Goldberg and Chris Jericho are always going to be parallel in some way in their careers. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. If there was a last opponent for Goldberg, I would love to see it be Gunther. I would love to see it be more than a 3-minute match, but less than a 10-minute match. Kind of let him sail off on his own terms, kind of like how Sting did. Would love to see this Goldberg retirement match. And what WWE does with it. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. Now to a more somber part of the news here, and a tragic thing that has seemed to be happening in the wrestling world recently. But Defy Wrestling backstage correspondent Kevin Deers has passed away at the age of 39. Defy Wrestling has announced the tragic passing of Kevin Deers, the company's backstage correspondent and podcast host. Details surrounding Deers' death have not yet been disclosed, but updates will be provided when they become available, obviously, throughout the week. And obviously, we want to respect the privacy of the family, everyone involved. We're not sure what has happened, but Deers was not only a wrestling personality, he was pretty much a radio legend in the Seattle area, hosting 99.9 KISW's Metal Shop and Loud and Local shows. He was a huge metal influencer of the area, so there's already just messages being poured in about Kevin's death from fellow radio hosts, from fellow independent wrestlers that have crossed paths with him in Defy. Again, very tragic to lose yet not just another wrestling personality, but another human being. So we here at WSN send our condolences, our true heartfelt condolences to Kevin, his family, to Kevin's family, to friends, anyone that has crossed paths with him in Defy. And yeah, we are saddened to hear of this news. So rest in peace, Mr. Deers. Thank you for everything that you brought to independent wrestling. That's going to do it for our news here today. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been Mike V for the Wrestling Society News. Again, make sure that you are subscribed and like to all of WSN's social platforms. Head on over to Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV and download this wonderful app that's about to show back up on my TV here. Yeah, there it is right there. We have great wrestling content on this app. You're not going to want to miss it, and it is for free. That has been the news. Until next time.